Hello friends! This video is an overview of the process of home buying, the basics or the bones of what you really need to know. First, I needed a pre-approval letter for buyers who are using lender or bank financing to purchase real estate. You are going to talk to a mortgage lender or banks. You ask them about their loan products, how much you are going to prepare for the down payment, closing costs, and all other fees. You ask the bank about the breakdown of all those fees, interest rates, APR, monthly mortgage, maximum amount of purchase price we can shop for homes, maximum taxes of the property, and all other requirements they needed to close the deal. Shopping for homes is not easy. We need to strategize for ways to accomplish our goal in getting the house that you and your family really wanted or what you really need based on budget and what each of you can compromise. When I say compromise, I meant it has to go through elimination process. All decision makers, you, your partner, husband, wife, kids, even parents, have to come up with a short list of what are only necessary that fits your budget or what you can afford to pay monthly. I need you to do your assignment. You make a list of 5 non-negotiable items you are looking for when we shop for homes. If you know a real estate lawyer you want to work with, please let me know ahead of time. You can ask family or friends for recommendations. If none, I can recommend real estate lawyers that I work with most of the time. We needed a real estate lawyer for all the legal stuff related to real estate purchase, attorney review and approval, title search, investigations, and transfer of title. Inspectors work for you. If you have an inspector you want to work with, please let me know ahead of time. You can ask family and friends for recommendations. If none, I can recommend home inspectors that I work with most of the time. Home inspection is not required, not a lawyer nor the bank needs it. Home inspection is for you to get to know the house that you are buying. You do not expect for a perfect condition house, except for new construction house. New construction homes have warranties. Resale houses don't. That is why you were given the chance to do inspection to identify major defects of the house and negotiate to sellers the major defects to be addressed. Sometimes the seller fixes it. Sometimes the seller gives credit to closing, meaning sellers give money or check at the closing equivalent to the amount of the contractor codes or estimates of the items that needed to be fixed. Sometimes the buyer and the seller share the cost of the items that needed fixing. Take note, I am only talking about major single item defects costing $1,500 or more to fix or repair. The seller is not compelled to do anything minor or a total cost of all minor defects in the house. Again, we do not expect a perfect house. There's always wear and tear. It's all up to you to do the perfect maintenance and care once you own it. Before closing, the banks or lender will be needing home insurance from you. You can inquire from the insurance company where you get your car insurance or shop for home insurance that can give you better rates or good deal. When we make an offer, we need to submit our earnest money deposit. Others call it good faith deposit, reservation fee, binder's fee, escrow money, or just deposit. Earnest money deposit is deductible to closing costs. The purchase of the house is contingent to inspection and mortgage. Contingent to inspection meaning if there is a single item major defect that the seller is not fixing it. and the buyer is not comfortable with it, meaning the buyer can back out of the deal and we get the deposit back. It's up to the buyers if the defects are something they can just forgo or can fix later once they own the house. Mortgage contingencies. This just basically means the borrower needs to have funds to bring it to closing. The job is secured to sustain monthly mortgage. The property has to appraise with the value of the purchase price and pass bank inspection. Sometimes there are loan programs or type of loans that require the houses to pass bank inspection. There are items that needed fixing or needs to be addressed, and if these items are not addressed, the loan will be denied. The process. First, we shop for homes. During the pandemic, the sellers require you to fill out COVID disclosures, to wear masks during showings, refrain from touching surfaces, and of course, leave your shoes outside the door to prevent spreading a virus or bringing inside a virus from the outside. When we find the right house, we make an offer. Everything is electronic. I just needed your full name, your email address, mobile number, home address, and how much we are offering to the property. I do all the paperwork. You electronically sign it. I forward to the seller's agent for the seller's signature. We give them enough time to review our offer, around 24 to 48 hours. When the seller is satisfied with our offer, he or she signs it. Once I have the fully executed contract, I will forward a copy to the real estate lawyer for attorney review and approval. The lawyer will call you to run through the process. We give the lawyer 2 to 3 days to do his or her job to firm the contract. At the same time, I will forward a copy to the lender or the bank so you can start your loan application process. We will now then forward the earnest money deposit for escrow. Sometimes, the seller removes the property in the market after the escrow money deposit is received, or sometimes after the attorney approval. As soon as the contract is firmed, meaning we are through with the attorney approval, then we can start the inspection. Again, home inspection is not required in the purchase. Not the lawyer nor the bank needs it. It's for you to get to know the house that you are buying. Any single item major defects costing $1,500 or more to fix or repair can be negotiated to the seller. Either the seller fixes it or credit to closing. Depends. Again, it is single item major defects, not a total of all minor defects you see in the inspection report. We now move forward to appraisal. Appraisers are third-party professionals to do valuation of the house. We make sure we are not paying more than what the house is worth. You pay for the appraisal. Appraisers are not related to the agents, not the lawyers, not the sellers, not the buyers, most of the time, not the banks. Once appraisal is in, the bank or lender then do their final review of the documents, including your home insurance and the title from the lawyer. Once the bank declares clear to close, the lawyer will call you for your available date and time for the closing. The lawyer will coordinate 5 people to close the deal. Schedule of the buyers, sellers, buyer's lawyer, the seller's lawyer, the bank, and the bank lawyer. Sometimes, there are more people involved, especially for closures, bank-owned, corporate-owned, or short sale properties, or properties being sold that are not in perfect financial status. A day before the closing, we are doing the walkthrough, but ideally, it has to be at the day of the closing. But sometimes, if the closing is scheduled first thing in the morning, then walkthrough is done a day prior. You are going to check if the house is still in good shape. The same when we first saw the house during the showing or at the inspection. Everything should be working. The plumbing, the heating, the AC if there is, no leaks, no broken appliances, no broken windows, and basically all concerns requested to be addressed during the inspection is already done. You are going to bring personal check just in case, but rarely personal check is needed at the closing. Do not bring cash at the closing. You bring certified check at the closing. The lawyer will give you final instructions a day or two prior to closing. He or she will email you the final figures and the payee to put in the certified check. You go to the bank and tell the teller that you needed a certified check. The teller will ask you for the payee and the amount to be reflected in the certified check. It would be great as well to note in the certified check the address of the property to specify what the check payment is for.